Nagaland GB Federation ra Civil Society Organizations logo miligina November 18th Agri Expo 4th Mile Chumugidimade Naga Common Platform thakibo kuise framework agreement or agreed position ge base kurigina Naga political solution do pabo nimde. Naga Common Platform de soap Naga political group 17 Naga tribes or civil society organizations khan ge aibule invite kurise. IB details of.
Among sub genese, we all know that Naga political issue is a people's movement. I mean, people's revolution. Ekta se, people's aspiration had been fulfilled through framework agreement and agri position. Through the hardship of our collective leaders of Naga political movement, itu prahi agreement duita amar Naga Manugarni for every Naga's benefit agreement loikina ase. We appeal to the NPGs and Government of India to implement what have been agreed upon in both framework agreement and agreed position. We need peace and development for our younger generation. Itu Gaurani, voice of the people, it should be reached to the Government of India as earlier as possible for implementing the two agreements for the Nagas. So, all this issue can do. We have a media committee. Members are present here, so I'm hand over this issue to our media committee members.
Today, this press conference is being called basically because we wanted that all the fathers and mothers in and outside Nagaland to know that the Naga political issue belongs to us. And we as parents have a serious concern that the environment of uncertainty, the lack of opportunity, and the social degradation that is taking place in the name of our national movement, where the younger generation's opportunities and the future has been stagnated, and generation after generation of our younger people have gone through the serious consequence of all the burdens of taxation under the guise of a sovereign self-governance movement. And it's about time that we as fathers and mothers who have children look at our own children and say, do you believe as a father and a mother that our children are being given a fair opportunity to compete with the rest of their generation beyond our own kitchen? We have a tremendous amount of confidence that our younger generation are talented people with a serious God-given talents, where even under this environment of uncertainty, the lack of infrastructure, and everything that is negative, our younger generation are still being able to go beyond our own state in some circumstances and competing at the level of national or even in the international arenas. But mind you, it is just one God-given talent that has perpetuated such a situation. It is not the system that has produced the kind of class that we need. And when we look at the environment around us, where the possibility where our younger generation, given the peaceful environment, given the proper infrastructure, and a systematic way within which all the talents would be groomed, I have even said, a day may come when Nagas can also become a Prime Minister of India. There was a time when the Americans thought a black man can never become a president of the United States. They laughed at it. They said it's a dream that can never come true. But such a dream, as they were calling it, became a reality when Obama became the president of the United States, a black man. And in the same way, I say, given the opportunities to our younger generation, with all the advantages that everybody else has, I believe our younger generations have every possibility to outshine a great many equivalent peer groups within and without the country. But we have destroyed the future of the younger generation, and so I speak as a father and I say, this is not fair for my children. I think my children deserves better. And this Indo-Naga political issue has been handed down from our father's generation to our generation. Today, I am already 79 years old. How many more years I have, I don't know. But I would hope and wish that a problem such as this is not passed down to my son's generation. And take the responsibility to say, I think it is about time that we as fathers and mothers take a look at this particular circumstances of Indo-Naga political issue as something personal to you. It's not somebody else's problem, it is our problem. And look at it with a sense of responsibility to address the subject matter as a parent concerned for the younger generation, our children. And so, today, we are here to let you know that through the GB's Federation, we are calling for a common platform for the Nagas, where all tribes of Nagaland can come together once. And we want them to spell out whether we as Nagas want a solution or not. It's a simple question and a simple answer that we are looking for. Do the Nagas want a solution or not? Now, the reason why we are using the platform of the GB Federation is for a very well thought out perspective. Take a look at Nagaland. An issue such as this should normally be addressed by our apex tribal hohos. All the apex tribal hohos that exist ought to have given us, the Nagas, the leadership to coordinate and build up a consensus, an opinion, so that at least the Nagas can send a clear message to Government of India as to what we want. But the apex hohos, unfortunately, have never been able to give us the leadership. They have never, ever tried to conduct one common platform within which to express our opinion, our desires, our dreams. And when they call for, if the apex cohorts were to call for a common all-Naga meeting, the ENPO does not cooperate with them. And there is no civil organization in Nagaland that can bring all the 17 tribes together on one common platform. Please take a clear note of this. There is no single civil societies, organization, or apex body. They may talk of NTC or CNTC. These are all fragmented, and none is in a position to bring in all the 17 tribes of Nagaland on one common platform. But the GB Federation is a traditional structure of responsible people, responsible to the community. And GB-ship is just a creation of the British for an administrative identity of some kind. But what they call the GBs, every tribe had their own chieftains, leaders that controlled the community, that ruled the system by tradition, and therefore the GB infrastructure is a traditional social structure who bear responsibility to the community from the beginning and as of now. When the Naga national movement began, let me clarify this to you people. When the Naga national movement began, they were called the undergrounds at that given point in time back in 50s. The undergrounds would come to a village. Who would they call? They would go to the GB's house, ask the GB to please give them food, give them labor, give them whatever assistance they needed, and the GBs were the people given the responsibility to facilitate the undergrounds, as they were called then. Then the army, Indian army would come, and who will they question? They go to the GBs and say, why did you help the undergrounds? Why did you feed them? Why did you this? Why did you? And they get a bashing from the Indian army. They get a bashing from even our Naga national workers, the undergrounds. They have been the punching bag of everybody. And today we have been told by a good number of people saying that the GBs are a government servant. They are government agents. Let me make it very, very clear this morning. The GBs are not government servants. They have been appointed by the government, yes, but that is an acknowledgement of the status of a senior man placed responsible for the community, which is being acknowledged. But the GBs are not paid salaried government servants. In fact, the government depends on them for help in the administration, not the other way around. The only thing they get is this red blanket that they are wearing. I just wanted that every Naga should know that GBs have been in the forefront of the whole movement from the beginning, and they deserve, and they have all the legitimate right to stand up and share the concern for the community as a whole. So that's where we are, and because of the fact that they themselves cannot consider the bigger pictures of everything, a great number of apex cohorts have endorsed their position as the only forum that can bring about the 17 tribes together and that they have given them a backing. And so it is the platform of the GBs that have been taken into account, and we have to help them as an organizing committee. A good number of members have been created, and then we are helping the GBs to work out the nitty-gritty program and channeling for the common platform. Now, the common platform, calling all the tribes of Nagaland, is being set for the 18th November 2025. 18th November. We have called all the GBs from all the districts, and delegates from all the districts will be coming. And for once in our life, we are hoping and praying that there will be no roadblocks, no obstruction from any quarter, and that for once in our life, we are hoping that all the 17 tribes of Nagaland would come together on this particular platform for one simple reason. We are saying that our national workers have done a good job, have gone into a laborious, torturous course of negotiation with the government of India, and then they have covered all our historical rights, our identity, that we were a free people, and so on and so forth. Every issues like that of the Simon Commission memorandum, issues like Nagas declaring independence on the 14th of August before India got independence, that the Naga plebiscite of 1951 was also conducted, and so on and so forth. All the historical facts have been taken into account in course of the negotiation, and the final achievement is the framework agreement through the NSC and IM, and the agreed position through the working group NNPGs. We, as far as we stakeholders are concerned, because remember this is a Naga people's movement. It's not NSA and IM's movement. It is not NNPG's movement. They are negotiating on our behalf. They have taken history into account, and they have taken every possible measure to ensure that our Naga identity, our freedom, our rights, and our everything is taken into account when they have come to this agreement. And we thank our national workers for having done the best they can under the given circumstances, and we say thank you very, very much. But the important thing now is we have just too many factions that do not see eye to eye, and we have been fighting for sovereignty. This many factions, we have almost reached 30 factions now. Are the Nagas fighting for 30 different kind of sovereignty? Have we been looking for that many kind of sovereignty, or are we looking for one? And even that has not been achieved. But we know for a fact that they have done the very best. Even if they have not achieved sovereignty, we know that they have done their best with all the commitment. And now that reality has been reached where the two agreements has been signed, we want the government of India, as much as our fractions, to know that the common man has reached a point in time where the burdens of taxation, the burdens of uncertainty, and the burdens of all the rottenness of a social conditions slowly but surely getting corrupted, the people, it has become a very, very difficult circumstance for our people to actually be able to live peacefully and grow in harmony. And that we are tired of all the burdens. This is what we want even our factions to know, and also the government of India to know, that after all, these many years have passed since what they call framework agreement that has been signed, or the agreed position that has been signed. These are formal agreements that the government of India has taken into account. And when they say that the talk is concluded, then why is the government of India refusing to give the final solution to the Naga people? And therefore, this common platform is also a platform where we want the government of India to know that the people have reached a point of tolerance, we have reached a point of intolerance, and that we want a solution taking into account the agreement that has already been finalized and speed up the process and give us the final solution. And so we want them to put the two agreements together, all the contents and the agreed conditions that the government of India has already conceded must be given. And let me also say here that the movement began from Nagaland. The epic center is Nagaland, but that does not say that the Nagas of Nagaland are not keeping our concerns for our brothers that are living outside the boundaries of the state of Nagaland. And the government of India has also understood that fact, that Nagas are not all living within the boundary of the state of Nagaland, and therefore their cases, wherever they are, in Manipur or in Arunachal or in Assam, government of India has given on matter of principle that the Nagas in Manipur would get their autonomous territorial council, which will be funded by the government of India, where they will have the executive, the judiciary, and the legislative authorities. Similarly, in Arunachal and in Assam, district council of some kind, our Naga brothers living beyond the state of Nagaland have also been taken into consideration. The Nagas of Nagaland have not forgotten them. Their cases have been taken into account, and they will get independent infrastructures, autonomous infrastructures, where they can govern themselves. And so here in the common platform, we would be inviting all the factions without exception. We would like all the factions to attend this common platform with a simple objective. We want to know whether they are in favor of a solution or not. We want the faction to let us know whether they are agreeable to a final solution or not. That's the important perspective, and therefore all the factions will be invited. We welcome them. It is for them to exercise their own independent judgment to see whether they should present themselves or not. That is entirely up to them. But from our standpoint, we have an open house for all of them. Hopefully, they will come and participate. There should be no confusion as to why this forum has been concluded. There have been times when people are, in fact there are areas where people are talking about we, the GB Federation, are trying to start a parallel kind of a platform against the FNR. Now let me tell you very frankly, FNR is more or less a kind of a religious background forum with a very serious Christian ethics of reconciliation and cooperation and so on and so forth. These are a well deserving efforts, and we applaud them for trying to bring the Nagas together in a spirit of forgiveness and togetherness. These are exercises that is required, whether it is now or post-solution. The FNR's responsibility of what they are trying to do is an honorable work where they are calling upon the Nagas to try and live a united way of life where all Nagas can benefit. And this is something we applaud. But the problem here is FNR has not been able to address the subject matter of a Naga political issue. They haven't got an end vision as to where they are taking this movement towards, whereas the GB Federation is a clear stand on a political issue, saying that Nagas have a political problem with India and we want a solution with the earliest possible time based on the two agreements. This is a definitive objective with which the GBs are steering this particular movement with a final objective, a final goal post. FNR does not have that. And so this is not a parallel kind of a movement. FNR is completely separate, and their effort is towards a bigger picture of Naga unity as a way of life. Today we are addressing the Indo-Naga issue as an issue that deserves to be addressed, and the GB Federation therefore has taken the responsibility to provide us the platform within which we allow our Naga people to voice our point of view to the government of India seriously for the fastest possible solution that we can get.
Let me just take you to the sequence of negotiation and how it is important for us to conclude this negotiation. This negotiation cannot be an indefinite. 28 years of negotiation is enough. 10 years of framework agreement kept on hold. 8 years of agreed position kept on hold. For how long the people will bear with this burden of peace process? Today, the peace process is one of the huge and the biggest burden on the people. And now we must give a platform, the opportunity for the people to come, rise on the occasion, and speak out their mind. And towards this, I want to say thank you to the print and the social media for coming together in this manner. I also want to say thank you in absence of a credible apex civil organizations taking the entire responsibility. Unfortunately, today we don't have a single platform that will take an independent decision. Many a time we are comfortable with the sponsored meetings and the pre-drafted resolutions. But we are not speaking the voice of the people. What we need now is the voice, the civil voice of the people, and for which the GBs, they have given their platform, their marjan, ready for all of us to come and share our opinion on 18th of November. negotiation is all about meeting at certain point. Both sides give in and meet somewhere in the middle path. So there has to be some compromise. There have to be some give and take. But unless the parties come together, unless Government of India and negotiators come together on the round table, this is not going to be concluded. So what is the problem for which this round table could not happen? I think that people deserve to know. Nobody should run away, hide somewhere. They should come to the people and tell, after all, this is people's movement. And this will be finalized in people's court. Then only it can be a lasting solution for the people. And from now onward, things will be transparent. We will be open. We will answer any uncomfortable questions. And whoever are involved in the process must also face the people and explain, answer the uncomfortable questions. Because the time has come and we want to conclude. We have to see life beyond this negotiation table. We cannot hang on this forever.
I am from Naga Hoho. I have to clear my position first of Naga Hoho because there is a lot of confusion in Nagaland. Naga Hoho is a common platform for the Nagas. And we follow our legendary leader Piso, Ezet Piso, his philosophy. Nagas are one wherever we are. That's why Naga Hoho is looking after Nagas of Nagaland, Nagas of Arunachal, Assam, Manipur, and Myanmar. Even Myanmar also we have a body. There is a confusion in Nagas of Nagaland. I have appealed all the tribals Hoho to come and join with Naga Hoho so that we will work together for the common people. Naga Hoho, I think this is the first time I'm facing the media. Naga Hoho has decided that we will not support any particular faction, but we will support Naga political issue on issue base. Basing on that, we are working for the common solution. Now, through this Canberra platform, we have decided to have a common platform meeting at Agri Expo on 18. As our former leaders have said, we are inviting all tribal Soho, outside and inside Nagaland, all the factions. And to remind you, Naga Hoho support all the factions. We honor and respect all the factions. So also we respect both agreement because both agreement, agri positions and framework agreement is signed by our Naga negotiator. They are our leaders, so we have to respect them. And we have to respect the government of India because they have signed. Now, the questions has come up, when and how. It is not our duty to look after that. Both the agreement, they have submitted the competencies, the demands to the government of India. It is not we who have to look after. It is the government of India sincerely look into it and draft and give us one solution only. So we are on that board. Common platform are for that solution. One agreement, one solution. I hope government of India is very sincere now. They are going to give us. So Nagas should come together. We have trust deficit among the Nagas. I appeal all the Nagas. Let us build together trust, confidence. Let us create a feeling of oneness. Let us love one another, respect one another, honor one another, so that our goal will achieve. Those who are against us, we'll pray for them so that God will answer them. We will not go against any section of people. We are for the common people. So I appeal all the Nagas of Nagaland tribes to come and join Naga Hoho. Let us all work together. I have a bill in the media also. So let us try to work together, create, build trust, confidence, great feeling of oneness. As a Christians, let us love one another. Let us forgive one another. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It's an opportunity for all of us to share our thoughts and feelings. As the president of in this CCT, I cannot express my view on behalf of the union. However, speaking as my individual, would like to share my personal perspectives, one that I have been reflecting on for quite some time. Our Naga issue, which I once believed would be resolved through the various agreements made in which I had placed great hope, now seems to remain in a state of limbo with Government of India. The situation is deeply frustrating, not only for me, but for every Naga who has long awaited meaningful progresses. I strongly feel that it is high time for the people of Nagaland in general to voice the shared frustration and make our statement heard by the Government of India. I therefore express my sincere appreciation to GB Federation of Nagaland for organizing this important event to highlight this pressing issues today. Thank you.
It is a fervent appeal to all the Naga fathers and mothers, all the civil societies, all responsible organizations to please take cognizance and responsibility of this particular issue as an owner. We are the stakeholders, it is our movement, and we as stakeholders have all the responsibilities to make our voice be heard loud and clear to the Government of India. And therefore, on the 18th November 2025, the rally will be held in Agri Expo at 10 o'clock, and we hope and pray that rather than pass on the responsibility to somebody else to attend that rally, we are hoping that every single stakeholders will look at this responsibility as a personal responsibility that they must shoulder and give us all the support to a clarion call that the Government of India must give the Nagas a solution at the earliest possible time. And we have opened our house to every faction, every civil organization. We would like to have a Naga people sitting together in one platform to express ourselves clearly to the world. And that's about the appeal that we wanted to make. We hope and pray that everybody will make it a point to come and join us on the 18th of November at Agri Expo.